Hey people, welcome back to Cybernetics. So in today's video, we'll be doing lists. So lists are basically a group of data. We can't use a single variable for many cases. Like we need to simplify the process by storing a lot of data under a single variable. So then we have the concept of array in other programming languages, but in Python we have much more simplified concept, which is list. So arrays is basically restricted to a single data type. List can have any kind of data type. It can have int, string, and also boolean altogether inside as a single array itself. So that's the difference between list and arrays in other languages. So let's get started. Okay, first now let me declare a list. You don't need any weird syntax. You just need to write a name and then have this close brackets, and then you can give anything inside it. As I've already said, for strings you need to give double inverted commas. So I'll just give here nugs, and then now I would like to give this as cybernetics, and now I'll give one more Python. Okay. So we just made a list. Now let me print my list. Print my list. See what this does. So we're getting the exact same thing, which is the list of string. Now if I have to find out the length of the list, I mean how many elements are there, then I just have to write the length function, which is len. Now if I print this, we get 3. We have 3 elements inside this, so we get 3 over here. And as I've said, this can be of any data type. Now this is a list of string. Now if I want this, I can make this as a list of numbers, integers. It won't make any difference. It can be boolean and anything. So 1 to true, it's the same thing. So there's no difference in it. Okay, now I'll change. Okay, so basically uh, the data type for this list is list itself. It has no specific data type. Like we had integers array, and then we had data type for strings as character. This has its own data type, which is list. Okay, now let's move forward. Now let me make a new list, which is Nux, and then 2, and then Python. So this has strings and numericals. Let me print this first. Okay, so we're getting the same list over here. So what if I want to print the first element of this? So it isn't much complicated. All you need to do is specify the index inside these closed brackets. So I'm writing 0 over here. I'll compile the program. And we're getting the first element of the list, which is nux. And if I have to print the last element, and you don't know how many elements are in the list, just type -1. And this will print the last element. Yeah, so we're getting Python. So if we need the last second element, we just need to write -2. We're getting 2. So that's how this works. And if you want to print a range of values, uh, assume we need to print from 0 to 2. I mean, all the values. No, just first 2 values. So what I'll do is 0 to 2. This will print every value which is starting from the index value 0 and till 2 excluding 2. So the value which has index value as 2 will not get printed. Excluding that, everything that comes under this range will be printed. As you can see, we're getting nux in 2. So that's how this works. Let's try something more. What if you want to alter your list? Okay, now let's check this out. Now I want to remove 2 over there, and I want to put another value. So what I'll do is my list square brackets 1 is equal to 4. Now I'll print my list again. Print my list. I'll run the program. So before it was narcs 2 in Python, now it's narcs 4 in Python. So this is how simple it is to get, alter the value. Now if you want to alter the values of range, then what you have to do is my list or 0 to wait. I'll just keep narcs as it is. I'll try to change it or some other thing. Okay. So what we have to do is now I'll remove 4. I'll give 5 over there, and then I'll remove Python and I'll put tutorial. Okay. Yeah. Now let me print this again. Print my list. Yeah, so last two values have been changed. I used the range thing over here, so 1 to 3, excluding 3. We altered these values. So that's how this works. So now let's talk about adding a new element to the list at the end. So what you have to do is just write mylist dot append and then write whatever you want to enter at the end. So I'll try 2 over here, and now I'll print the element. Print my list. I don't know why I'm printing is okay. So I added true at the end. True is a Boolean value. So this is how easy it is to add an element into our list. Now, if I have to insert an element at specific index value, then we have to use insert function over there. So mylist dot insert. So what if you have to put it in a specific index? You have to specify the index. So 1, and then if I want to remove that value, I'll just put another string over there, Python. Let's see what this does. Print miles. So second value, okay. We just got Python printed over there, and 5 has been shifted to the next one. So in our C programming and all, when we have to insert something, we have to manually shift the elements to right or left according to our algorithm. But in this, there's no need for that. It'll do itself. So it's pretty much easier to code in Python. That's why I would suggest people to practice Python as their main language. Okay, so moving ahead, if you want to add an entire list to the main list, it's also pretty much easy. What you have to do is just make a new list or another list is equal to, give some elements over there, added to before. Now my list. So this is not append or insert. This is something new, which is extend, because we're extending the list with another list. Then my list is the main list, and we're adding another list to it. So another list. Now I'll print my list again. Okay, there's an extra M over here. Okay. So this is our main my list, and then this is our another list. So we got both of them merged together and printed as a single one. Okay. Now what if I have to pop an element from this? So it's also pretty much easy. So what you have to do is my list dot pop. Pop is basically removing the elements from the list. So my list dot pop of 2. Now let me print my list again. Print my list. So 5 has been popped out. It's that easy. And now what if I have, okay, now let me try popping out another element. So my list dot pop of 5. What do you think this will remove this time? because it was before fifth index had the value added, but now it has two. So what do you think it might remove? Make a guess. Okay, I haven't printed this. Sorry. Print of my list. So it removed two. It won't matter what it was before, but at the time of executing, whatever the list has in its fifth value, that will only get removed. So if you guessed it was two, then you were right. Now let's try deleting the entire list. So how do you do that? Pretty simple. Just like del my list. So what happens? So you don't get any output. So now let me try printing my list. See, this said my list is not defined because there is no such list called my list. We have deleted it. So we have to start from the beginning again. Now we have to create my list again. So my list is equal to, let me try integers this time, just integers 1, comma 6, comma 3, comma 9, comma 2. So this will be my list now. Now let me print this. Print of my list. Okay, so we have to remove this print here. Okay, now we're getting 16392. Now let me tell you how to sort elements inside a list. So what we basically do in C++ or Java is we take a temporary variable and then put the initial value inside the temporary variable and compare each value with it. And if it's greater than it, we send it to the temporary variable, and then we exchange the temporary variable with the element which is lesser than the variable that we're comparing to. So that's how complicated it is in C++, Java. How is it in Python? It is very simple. Trust me, what you have to do is minus dot sort. That's it. Now print your list. Print my list and see what it does. So this was your main list and this is the sorted list. You do not type 20 or 30 lines of algorithm for sorting. What you just did is just type this single function over here which is sort. So this sorted your entire list. So that's how easy it is in Python to sort lists. And if you want this in decreasing order, what you do is my list dot sort reverse is equal to true, and then print my list. So it printed your list in descending order. So that's how it is. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back with more such content in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.